What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another CaliCasters episode. So in today's episode we get to have our very first guest, someone that is very special to me, my very own dad. I would like to thank our supporters of the channel. At CaliCasters.com you can save 10% off on the 110 and 140 jerkbaits using the promo code ManseraOutdoors with free shipping of orders of $40 or more. The 110 jerkbaits are a 4.5 inch 5/8 ounce lure that dives 1 to 2 feet in depth, while the 140 jerkbaits are a 5.5 inch 1.2 ounce lure that also dives 1 to 2 feet in depth but has a Colorado blade, a flashy attractant for a monster bite. These baits have caught multiple quality fish on our California's coastline, such as halibut, striped bass, and perch. This 10% discount will last throughout 2021, so take advantage of the savings. At CaliCovers.net, you can save 20% off using the promo code ManseraOutdoors with free shipping on orders of $20 or more. Calicovers, a product that will protect your lures. No more snagging on your belongings, no more snagging on other lures or even other anglers on fishing trips. Pinning down the treble hooks that will help minimize hook rash, prevents wear and tear for long-lasting lures. They have circular cutouts that can hold on to your hook keepers as well as the eyes on your rods. Calicovers are an easy way to store in your tackle bag, backpack, or even your pockets. Comes in sizes like the Pro for lures like Calisas and Lucky Crafts, the NorCal size for bigger lures like SP Minnows and Joe Bags, the SoCal size for lures than a 4.5 inch bait, and irons for your heavier metals. This product is simply a better way of carrying your lures. No more heavy tackle boxes, no more unnecessary weight on your back for a better fishing experience. We've had a few fishing trips that we've gone and we have had zero success.
Well, actually we didn't. We caught a seagull.
Oh yeah, there was one time where we did catch a seagull, but like fish wise we haven't had any success fish wise. But yeah, what was it? My dad used to work for the oil platforms. And did you used to do any fishing off the oil platforms?
A little bit, but not much. But I did some fishing out there.
Well, what would you guys catch?
Mostly rock cod out there. Not a rock cod.
Anything like crazy, like a shark or?
Guys had caught sharks out there before. Yeah, the little blue sharks.
Would they eat them?
Yeah, they would take them up and cook them up. One time a boat went by and got all kinds of bonita, and they gave them to us, and we cooked them up in the kitchen and had them for our meal.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Out of Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah, that was out of Santa Barbara.
Was there any other places, other oil platforms that you used to?
When I worked out of Long Beach, out of San Pedro, they did a lot of fishing out there.
And anything that they catch, they would cook on the platform?
More than most of the guys would pack it up and put them in the freezer and take it home. I remember I caught 25. We worked out of a platform on platform Gilda at Oxnard, and I caught 20 rock cod in about an hour.
Oh really?
Yeah, I gave it to Uncle Juan to do a fish fry, and he had a fish fry and he forgot to invite me.
Oh man. What was it? Yeah, I've had a few trips with my dad. There was this one time where remember when we went to go, or I went to target halibut, and I had you. This was out of Goleta, and so I was targeting halibut. So I was using lures and swim baits and whatnot, and I was trying to get my dad up on some perch. So I had him on a high-low rig with some Berkeley Gulf sandworms, and you ended up getting I was changing out from a lure to a swim bait, and so I was digging in my backpack and I turn around and I see you up chest deep in the water. And I was like, what the heck is this guy doing? And you ended up snagging on a rock?
Yeah, we kept on snagging that day on the rocks, and I felt bad because I kept on losing all your lures and weights. And I was trying. There was the tide was kind of low, so I rolled up my pants and went out there. And right when I was in between the rock and the beach, a big old wave came by and got me waist deep, got me soaked.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that, because it's couple of dollars in
know,
gear, but I was like, what the heck are you doing?
But you know what? It's those days that make it worth it. You know, the moments we remember.
Yeah, there was one pier trip that we did have. What was it? I think when Marky, my younger brother, caught a fish, but I ended up like scrapping that video because there wasn't like really anything to make out of it except for a little fish that I don't even think I recorded. I was recording at the time. It just randomly happened like at the end of the day. But yeah, so today's the first day me and my dad are actually sharing a beer together. So we're gonna be drinking the Mind Haze double IPA. I really like it, and yeah, this is the first time ever sharing a beer with you.
Yeah, it's the first time we had a beer together.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, son. With all my heart.
And what better way to have it with like the ocean in the background?
Beautiful scenery in the back.
Yeah, today we went out to the pier and saw fish, but didn't catch anything. I don't know if it's just this time of the year where they're not catching anything or where they're not biting on anything, so I have no idea. What was it? We haven't really had any success lately on our central coast of California. Really, it's all the catches, the big catches have been up north or down south, and I don't know what's going on down here. I don't know if it's something that we're not doing or what, but like
it's your dad's luck.
Oh yeah. So,
maybe we need me to take a trip up north early in the morning one day and see what we find and catch up there.
Yeah. Well, used to live in Texas a long time ago, and did you do any fishing then, or?
We really didn't do no fishing, when I lived there, but Gopro used to take us out there every summer when we lived out here, and we'd go fishing out to it's called Port Isabel and South Padre Island. And our Grandma Rosa's Gopro's mother, her brother used to take us. My tío Santiago used to take us out fishing.
Yeah.
And he used to tell us, if you guys don't catch no fish, you got to walk home. And it was probably about an hour drive.
You had to walk home?
Yeah, that's what he said. Whoever don't catch a fish, they got to walk home. Well, we went out there and I had my dad's pole and I caught a fish. And I go, hey, Uncle, I caught a fish. And he goes, it doesn't count. It was your dad's pole. And I said, but you didn't catch nothing. He goes, it's my truck. I don't have to walk.
Oh man, that's crazy.
But yeah, we used to go out there. My grandpa would take us out there fishing when we'd go down in the summertime out there. So
any freshwater fishing over there? Or
no,
just salt?
Saltwater.
Saltwater.
Mostly catfish.
When working on the oil platforms, was there anything like any of the fish that was like your favorite to eat?
I like rock cod myself, and of course I love lobster. It ain't a fish, but
yeah,
I'm a big lobster fan. But nothing in particular.
Did they try to catch lobster on the oil platforms, or would they drop like pots or anything? Or
no, not really. Most everybody just went fishing. I really didn't do too much fishing out there.
Would you do it on like your breaks, your lunches, or would you just on a free day?
Yeah, some guys would go out. They're mostly after work, but some of the guys would throw a line out and just let it sit there to see what they caught, anything. So there's guys would sneak off to the back of my shop and go fishing.
And everybody like get caught like sneaking out to go fishing while they should have been working.
Yeah, there actually was.
And what happened then? What happened with that?
The main boss was actually out there at the time, and the guy got. I'm out here on break, and then he went up to the kitchen. We had it's called the galley, and the boss seen him up there and told him, hey, I thought you were on your break. He's making a sandwich. He goes, hey, I thought you already took your break fishing. So the guy got kind of reprimanded a little bit. So.
Oh wow. What was it? I remember. I think the first time when Uncle Juan took us to San Antonio Lake.
Oh yeah.
We went fishing, and I think only one person caught something, but like we spent like all day in the morning, or pretty much all day, and then like swam after. But like I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Uncle Juan, or was it Alfred, my cousin Alfred.
They caught the fish.
Yeah. And like there's then like nobody else caught anything, and then we just ended up just swimming for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we had a good time at the boat out there.
Yeah.
I got pulled over on the lake like I always get pulled over where I go.
Yeah. Why doesn't Uncle Juan take the boat out anymore?
I don't know. He hasn't took it out in years. He had a little bay liner that he would take out, and that thing used to always get stuck in the. We'd take it out to Lopez Lake, and he'd always have to get pulled back into shore.
Yeah.
Then he bought a nice new 4-winds, and he just sits in his driveway.
Yeah.
He's into his Indian motorcycles, I guess now.
Yeah. How did you like what was your first memories of fishing?
When I was a little kid, making our trips to Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go out there and go out there and catch the fish. My dad would throw out the fishing pole, and I'd stand there and right there and just kick back and try to catch something.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was only caught one back then, and it wasn't even my pole.
What was it? I remember how I got back into fishing, because I used to fish with Gato, my uncle Gato, and Andrew, my other uncle, and they'd always take me in the morning, and I'd get super excited and stuff. But that was in the first episode, so if you haven't watched the first CaliCasters episode, make sure to go check that out. But I think I took like a long break of not fishing, and I remember getting back into it because I had zero gear, and what I did was, I remember I asked you if because you never turned in bottles and cans to recycle.
Yeah.
And I asked you, I was like, are you taking the bottles and cans in to recycle? And you said no. And I was like, can I, take the bottles and cans in, because I had zero gear. So I ended up taking, I don't know, a few bags in, and I think it ended up coming out to about $60, $70 or so. So I went straight to Walmart after, went and picked up fishing rod, reel, and then pretty much anything. Like, I was pretty much like one of those, what would you say, like the beginner fisherman that would
the novice.
Yeah, and like I just go and pick out whatever I saw. I had like zero experience or nothing. I was just picking out stuff, and that's how the first gear that I ever bought was turning in bottles and cans.
I'm still doing it to this day.
I'm still doing it to this day. But yeah, that's pretty much how I started. And then throughout the years, when I first started, I just was going to getting like the cheapest gear, because I really didn't know anything about the quality and whatnot of going to Walmart and getting like the cheap China stuff, and then going to the our tackle shops, in which they have the better quality stuff. And I was just trying to look for the cheapest thing possible when I went to Walmart.
Just something to get you by.
Yeah, just something to catch something, because I really, in my opinion, you don't need to have the most expensive gear to catch fish. You just need a rod and reel in your hand, and pretty much you have to figure out what bait you need to use, and then after that, once you figure out what they're biting on, then you can just catch them with whatever, because it doesn't take the most expensive gear to catch fish, which is what I learned early on.
It's not the price of the fish, it's just the knowledge of what you need to catch it with.
Yeah, the fish don't really care how expensive
your rod is.
Yeah, but when what was it?
As long as the bait's good.
Yeah, as long as the bait's good, you gotta fit you gotta match the hatch. For me, my hobby is obviously fishing, and my dad has a totally different hobby, which is building cars. How did you get into building cars?
Oh, your Uncle Juan, he's 5 years older than me, so I was like 11, 12, so he was in high school, and he bought a 63 Impala. He had a few cars. He bought a 63 Impala, and that's when I got the love for Impalas, and that car changed my whole life.
Yeah.
So.
How many cars do you think you've built through your career?
To be honest with you, I can't count.
Yeah.
I've touched a lot of cars.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I
wish I had all the cars that I've had, and I'd be pretty sad right now.
Yeah. What out of all of the, it's hard to choose, but out of all the cars that you have built, which one was like the one you're pretty much diamond in the rough?
The one that I missed the most is the wagon.
The green one?
The green one, the one that came out in Lowrider magazine. That one it was built for the family,
Yeah.
and we enjoy. And even though you guys probably didn't enjoy it half the time, but I'd load you guys up and take you out to Pismo and San Luis, and that's the one that everybody brought back memories for. Everywhere I took it, everybody got memories because those station wagons were the SUVs of their times. You know, they were the Suburbans of their times. That's what everybody owned.
Yeah.
And everybody drove around in. You know, and that's the one that I missed the most, even out of all my convertibles and every other car that I've had. That one was the one that was dearest to my heart.
Yeah. What was it? I remember, you know, always sitting in the back seat. You know, as I was young, I really didn't understand, you know, your
My passion for
your
it.
passion for it. But like, you know, as I grew older, I, you know, started to understand, you know, how, you know, the hard work that you put into those cars, and then like what it meant. But it's funny because, you know, when I was like young, I'd be sitting in the back bored.
What are we doing back here?
Yeah.
You didn't even have cell phones then, so you couldn't even play on your cell phone.
No, but we did have. You did buy
Game Boy.
Yeah, you did buy us Game Boys, and I'd pop that Pokemon, the Pokemon game in, and just zone in the Pokemon game, and then yeah, it was pretty funny. But you know, as I got older, I developed, you know, how passionate you were about building cars.
Kind of like the way you're passionate with fishing is.
Yeah.
It's
You know, as
it's
I
a
got
passion you take, and that's, you know, you weren't into it, so I didn't push you. You know, I made you. To me, you guys are your own individual persons, and you know, whatever you like, I'm behind you guys 100%. You know, as long as you guys stay positive, and I'm very proud of the man you become.
Yeah, this has been a long road.
Yeah,
Long road.
it's good being out here and spending quality time with you. You know, that's the best part of it. You know, just hanging out.
Have you been on any like charter boats or anything?
No, I never went.
No. I know I've taken you surf fishing. I think I've taken you rock fishing, and I don't know what other type of fishing I've taken you on. I think it was just rock and surf fishing. Have you done any of that before I took you, or no?
No, I never really much was into fishing, just off on the platforms, just to kill time.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to get you on a fish, because I don't think I've ever gotten you on a fish yet. No, so I'm still trying to get you on a fish, whether it be on the beach or on the rocks or wherever. But
where you can catch me yelling and screaming, oh, yeah!
yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank our supporters of the channel. I love you, Dad.
Love you, Sam, with all my heart.
Love you. And until next time, keep fishing on. Peace.